Lena's hands trembled as she clutched the adoption agency's business card. Tomorrow. Tomorrow she would sign away her rights to the only person who'd ever loved her unconditionally, her 9-month-old son, Miguel. The irony burned like acid. Here she stood in a billionaire's mansion, surrounded by more wealth than she could comprehend, polishing marble floors while her own baby slept in a borrowed crib in the staff quarters. She couldn't afford a lawyer to fight her abusive ex-husband's custody suit. She couldn't even afford to feed Miguel properly. Carlos didn't want their son. He just wanted to hurt her. But without legal representation, she'd lose Miguel anyway. At least adoption meant her baby would be safe, loved, given everything she couldn't provide. At least she could choose his fate before the courts took that choice away. Lena? She jumped, nearly dropping her cleaning cloth. Alexander Hawthorne stood in the doorway, her employer, a 35-year-old widower who barely seemed to notice the staff existed. Is everything all right? His blue eyes showed unexpected concern. Mrs. Morrison said you brought your baby to work. Is something wrong? And suddenly, the dam broke. I'm giving my son up for adoption. The words shattered the air between them. Tomorrow. I have no choice. My ex is suing for custody, and I can't afford a lawyer, and if I don't do this, Miguel goes to a man who will hurt him just to hurt me. She hadn't meant to say it. Certainly not to him. But desperation had stolen her filter. Alexander's expression shifted, shock, then something deeper. Something that looked almost like recognition? Come with me, he said quietly. Bring Miguel. We need to talk. Lena followed, not knowing that this conversation would change 3 lives forever. What happens next will restore your faith in humanity. Watch the full emotional story above to discover how one act of kindness transformed desperation into the family none of them knew they needed.